7 p.m. We'll call the meeting to order with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk Cody, would you do a roll call of the board, please?
Supervisor Milky?
Here.
Treasurer Rogers?
Here.
Trustee Brown is excused. Trustee Lannon?
Here.
Trustee Lay?
Here.
Trustee Thering?
Here.
And Clerk Cody here.
Thank you. All accounted for except for Trustee Brown. We have a light agenda in front of us. I'm happy to entertain any motions.
Move to approve the agenda.
Support.
Motion by Rogers, support by Cody. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the agenda as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Agenda passes unanimously as presented. We have no presentations tonight, no public hearings, so that brings us to public comment, item 7 on our agenda. Public comment is restricted to 3 minutes regarding items on this agenda. If you choose to address the public, please state your name and address for the record. And with that, we'll open up public comment at 7:01 p.m.
Josh Wilcox, owner Wilcox Contracting, street address,
It's helpful, yes, for the record.
2302 M18, Beaverton, Michigan, 48612. Short and sweet for you guys, just appreciate the opportunity to be here. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. If this resolution passes, we're excited to get at it and work with you guys.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thanks for being here.
There's nobody online.
Let the record show nobody's connected remotely. Seeing no one else for public comment. I'm looking at Director Nanny just in case. With that, we will close public comment at 7:02 p.m. No proposed closed session that I'm aware about this evening. No objections, I'll move on. Reports, boards, and comments. I noticed the packet, at least I couldn't find it, didn't have the list for the, which is interesting, but I went off memory. EDA still in need of a member. A reminder that ideally they're part of either the West or the East DDA. Board member reports, Trustee Thering,
I have none.
Clerk Cody,
None.
Trustee Lannon,
Nothing to report.
Trustee Lay, Treasurer Rogers.
Tomorrow morning is the road commission meeting, so I'll have something next time.
What time's it at?
9.
9. And I actually have nothing to report either. I actually missed the last EDA meeting because I was in Florida, but and not on vacation. It was work. So, anyways, moving on. Consent agenda. Happy to entertain any motions on consent agenda. And for the record, Trustee Thering did warrants this time.
Yes, no issues.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Motion by Cody, support by Rogers, for consent agenda. Any debate? Seeing none, all in favor of approving consent agenda as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Consent agenda passes unanimously. That brings us to our new business. Construction contract bid award potentially for East Bluegrass Road Sidewalk Extension Project. Mr. Stuhldreher, would you like to introduce this?
Thank you and good evening, everyone. We have a report on this item that begins on page 17 of your agenda packet. We're recommending that the board consider and approve a construction contract with Wilcox Contracting LLC in the amount of $153,000 and some change to perform all work specified in the bidding documents for what we refer to as the East Bluegrass Road Sidewalk Extension Project. This is the description of the project. There's two parts of it. One is a section that runs essentially from Mission and Bluegrass, that corner, traveling east across the property where Red Lobster is located. And that would then connect to existing sidewalk that extends across the front of the Indian Hills Shopping Center. That's about 290 linear feet of new sidewalk. It'd be 8 feet in width. The other section is immediately to the east of the Indian Hills Shopping Center. There's 288 feet there, and the one in front of Bluegrass for Red Lobster is actually closer to 400 linear feet. But there is a section to the east of Indian Hills that we're recommending be put in with an 8-foot wide sidewalk that would then connect eastward to anticipated sidewalks that either exist or will exist via private development projects. We see Valvoline Oil in there now. We're anticipating that Leo's Coney Island will go in there. There'll be some sidewalk put in front of that establishment. And then a third business, I think it's a restaurant, I don't recall the name of it. But if those are put in, and then our section that we're talking about here, east of the shopping center, we would have continuous sidewalk from Mission and Bluegrass to the Copper Beach apartments that are even further east. The project was engineered and bid documents prepared with the assistance of Gordy Frazier. The the bids were put out on the street. We received 4 bids responsive. They're in your report on page 18. The recommendation with Wilcox is not the lowest bid. It's $153,000. The lowest bid provided by H&H Contract was for $134,000. As we know, we don't just look at price. We, as part of our bid evaluation, we did have some recent experience with H&H Concrete that led us a lot of struggles with it. It was part of the Valvoline project, and they were working with our Public Services Department for some water and sewer work in that project. Ran into some reasonably significant issues with them. We really had to bird dog them and babysit them, and we finally got the project done, but in not the most efficient manner, so we are not recommending them, even though they are the low bidder. Funding for the project is available and has been budgeted in the general fund. You'd find it in the, I believe it would be the Public Works department within the general fund. We have quite a bit of money budgeted for sidewalk work there in that budget. The sidewalk east of the shopping center would not be in a public right-of-way, but we would be receiving a public easement from the owner of the Indian Hills for that piece of sidewalk. So I think that's kind of sums up the project. Be happy to answer any questions the board may have.
Well, I'd be pleased to make a motion to approve the construction contract with Wilcox Contracting LLC, Josh Wilcox, in the amount of $153,568.50 to perform all work as specified in the building documents for the East Bluegrass Road Sidewalk Extension Project.
Support.
Motion by Lannon, support by Cody. Discussion?
Yeah, when I saw this come through, at our last meeting, we'd asked the manager to put together within the next quarter some information, some history on the
on the bluegrass sidewalk project that we've been talking about for probably 10 years or so. And then this came up and I thought, whoa, got that information to us quick, but then I come to see it's a proposal for sidewalk there. I thought, well, that's fantastic. And certainly concur with the evaluations made from the management team and the input from the engineering firm, and I'm pleased to support the bid in front of us.
Question for you. So the ADA compliance, what I couldn't pick up in my reading, and maybe I missed it, is if you're at the corner of Mission and Bluegrass, will there be two ramps, one going north and then one going west?
East?
So there, I believe there is an existing sidewalk ramp on that corner. that was
On the-
constructed, and
Is
this
it in
will
both
simply
directions?
connect into it.
Yeah, and I meant to drive out there and relook, and I didn't have an opportunity to.
There's somebody, at some point in the past, all four corners were constructed with the ramps.
Okay, because of the opposing corners, probably, they put that in.
Yep,
And so we're just gonna connect into those ramps, so that's wonderful.
that's correct.
Great.
I will mention that we do have representatives from Gordy Fraser online if you have any need for questions for them.
That was the one question I had.
I just want to fill in the gaps, so I'm good.
I will second Trustee Landon's comments. I had exactly the same thought. I'm like, oh, well, we just asked for the history, and I found it interesting, but just timing is everything, right? So that's still to be coming. But at a very high level, the history of Bluegrass I think it's been longer than 10 years, because it was before I was first a trustee that the board approved preliminary engineering and budget monies for not just Bluegrass, but Isabella Road and Broomfield, which was a board you sat on. But so it's been a long time coming. It's nice to see these gaps begin to fill in. Yeah, and I'm very supportive as well of the recommendations from staff. I was in agreement with that.
It's a busy road, we need it.
Safety. Any other debate? Okay, we have a motion on the floor to award the contract bid for East Bluegrass Road Sidewalk Extension Project. The motion was for Wilcox, I don't remember the number now.
$1,153,568.50.
Anybody not clear on the motion? All in favor of the motion to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, thanks for coming up.
Appreciate it.
Hope it's a good project for you.
I'm excited to see your trucks.
Okay.
With that, that finishes our new business. That brings us to extended public comment. Extended public comment is restricted to 5 minutes regarding any issue. If you choose to address the public, please state your name and address for the record. And with that, at 7:13, this may be a record, we will open up extended public comment. Let the record show the public that was here has left, and no one's still connected online.
Jennifer's on there, but she's not
Oh.
indicating,
Not raising her hand.
she's not raising her hand.
I have to give a little pause. Oh, clock has changed, so seeing no one coming forward, we will close extended public comment at 7:14 PM. That takes us to item 13, manager's comments. Mr. Stuhldreher.
Just a reminder of the Care Store drive that we have going on for the month of July. Hope everybody had a good, safe holiday weekend. And that will do it for me tonight.
Final board member comment. Trustee Lannon?
I received an email that just was mentioning there's a board of review July 22nd at 1 p.m. I guess for folks who are interested in coming before the board of review.
It is primarily an organizational meeting, so I mean, they're welcome to be there, but it's a public meeting. But it's not like hearings for assessments.
Oh, okay, thanks for that clarification.
Trustee Lay,
Okay, nothing.
Treasurer Rogers,
I'm good.
Trustee Therian,
I'm all set, thank you, sir.
Clerk Cody.
I'm good, thanks.
And with that, I think I'm good. So that finishes our business at 7:15 p.m. We are out of session. Adjourned.
It's a slow news day.